and welcome to this video. Welcome to all new subscribers. I'm cooking this very heart-warming sort of autumn wintry Mediterranean versatile one pot dish loaded with sweet potatoes, Irish potatoes, carrots, spinach, sort of sauteed in onion, garlic, and with vegetable oil, a little vegetable oil or olive oil would do very nicely. I've come to love this dish because of its very simple nature, because of its one dish nature, and I can just jump to it because most of the ingredients I always have them most times. Now, there is spinach in this dish, and this can be substituted with peas or any other colored vegetable. As a matter of fact, you can add a lot more vegetables in this dish as you'd like, but these ones that I've added are a lot more suited to this dish. Well, at least it's what I had. And I also had peas, but I prefer to just add the spinach and leave out the peas on this occasion. And yes, so come along with me and let's see how I made this very delicious dish that you will love. I'm sure you can also substitute the spices that I've added here. The spices that I like here for this dish are turmeric powder, curry powder, garam masala if you like garam masala, black pepper, ginger, and garlic powder. I think this is the most very pungent sort of spices for this dish. And here I'm just washing, very self-explanatory, I guess, and so no need to explain. And so come along with me as I cook this dish. So as you could see earlier on, I had started to Then fry and saute the onions and garlic. These are sauteed until they are actually brown. I then added the tomatoes after the onions and garlic had gone slightly golden brown. There is no need to make them extremely golden brown because you risk burning, and when they burn, that could ultimately just spoil the dish completely. So that's what I'm doing there now. I've added tomatoes and I'm just mixing them up now. Ready for my potatoes to go in next. So here we are, the potatoes, carrot and sweet potatoes. By the way, the sweet potatoes that I'm adding here are Ugandan sweet potatoes. You can actually use any other kind of sweet potatoes, for instance, the red ones or the British ones. However, I don't necessarily like to use the British grown red potatoes, uh, uh, sweet potatoes, because I find that they cook too quickly and they're very, very, very soft and they tend to get mushy very quickly. So I don't feel they are totally suited to this dish, although you can actually use them anyway. It just means that they might have to go in slightly later. And here we go with the spices going right in, ready to be mixed up for the next stage. And here we are, the mixed potato with spinach and chicken, hot pot or one pot dish. This is something I totally made up myself over the first few sort of months or year or so that we go back to quite often. Now welcome here if you are a new subscribers. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. I'm a small, growing YouTuber, and my channel is evolving. My channel is has changed a little bit um, over the past months. Initially starting with a range of topics, but actually beginning to niche down and actually just cut um, the number of topics that I dwell on or talk about or present here on this channel, because I think it will be better for me in the long run to niche down. If I do want to do other topics, it will be on another channel, and that's just what it will be. Now I'm taking in my pepper plants. Of course, autumn is here. It's getting very cold. Earlier on, you saw me harvesting my peppers, and I had a really good harvest for these sweet peppers this year. In the past, I've also grown bell peppers. This year, I focused on the sweet peppers. I think I started them a little late, and this is the reason why up to today, they are still just being harvested. Here they are indoors. Here is the harvest, and some few more tomatoes. I've got a lot of tomatoes, many of which have been frozen for the winter and for more dishes to come in the winter. And this is absolutely, absolutely awesome. And my friends, of course, the plants here have followed me indoors. And I want to say what will happen. Will they be preserved till next spring, summer? Will they produce more peppers? I don't know. But here they are indoors. I look forward to observing. I look forward to having them indoors. And I look forward to updating you all as to what would have happened to the peppers indoors. They are on my windowsill, not far from my television, and I will just enjoy their presence in the house. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate each one of you for watching my videos up to now. Um, do subscribe and press the notification button to be updated. Bye.